Hey everybody, this is Kyle, and a little while ago today I went to do a live stream, and because my computers are old, it just did not cooperate for me. So my chat froze, I didn't know if people were guessing, so I'm doing a little video put together of the game show and seeing if some people will play with the replay because I didn't want to, just throw the whole idea away. So, since we're playing this in the replay, here's what you do. I'm going to play 3 different songs. The theme of the show today is ZZ Top. I'm going to give a little intro for the song, give you some background and stuff. And then, as you hear and watch the video, you can put your guesses. Now, you know how YouTube works. You need to watch for a little bit before you make some comments so, they don't get flagged and all that stuff. So, if you want to wait until you've heard all 3 songs, or if you're just interested in the first couple, second couple, or something like that, there's only 3. Promise I'm not going to talk a lot in this, so we'll get to the songs pretty soon. And again, I do want to apologize. Anybody that was in on a live stream, I am super embarrassed. On my end, everything was froze. So anyway, enough about that. Here's the first song. Here is some 80s ZZ Top. Back when MTV was a thing, ZZ Top had an album come out, and they became so famous with their music videos featuring the ladies, of course, cool cars, fuzzy guitars, and of course the beards. So here is song number 1. So since we're doing this in a replay, ignore those rules about typing in chat because there is no chat. If you want to play along with this, type your guesses in the comments. And of course, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell what the answers are anyway. So you can also do, hey, Kyle, I got like the first one right, but I had no idea about the other 2, or you just knew the second one, or whatever the case is. Something I do want to mention, doing videos and things on YouTube, is my patrons give me a lot of support. And a lot of times the motivation to keep going, change the frequency of videos and things like that, patrons help a lot. So here is a little thank you message for my patrons. I want to take a moment and thank these patrons. Consider joining us on Patreon. I do exclusive videos and content each month. It's a lot of fun, and being a patron is a good way to support the channel. Again, a big thank you to my patrons. You really helped me out. In December, when I had a few people sign up at the same time, that was a huge motivating factor for me, and I really appreciate that. Some perks of being a patron is you get lots of previews of what's going on. You get lots of original music. I'm doing 3 exclusive videos that have to do with original music or performing and things like that. So please consider joining up. It's only $1 a month for the minimum. Other than that, you can join up for 3 or 5, and that does go a long way. Getting back to the show here, I want to say the second song by ZZ Top is from the 70s, and growing up, as a kid, I'd hear my brother, and he would play guitar all the time. And I'm a little kid. I would stay up late just to listen to my brother play guitar. He didn't really know I was staying awake all that time. And plus, here in St. Louis, we have a classic rock radio station, KC95. And they would play a lot of ZZ Top and a lot of other great bands from the 70s. Like I said, that classic rock vibe, I just love that stuff. So here is song number 2. And again, if you want to play along, you can type your guess in the comments and see if you guess this one. 1970s ZZ Top. And before we get to song number 3, do you want to say that Turnings by Turner made me this really cool pin. Hopefully that shows up well without the glare. He sent me that pin maybe about a month ago, and then on a live stream a couple weeks ago, I unboxed it. And this thing is really cool. I did show my students at school, and they thought that was the coolest thing, that some guy I just met through doing YouTube made this pin for me. And that's a really awesome thing. And I use it, take notes. I haven't written a song with it yet. I will, though. I promise. I haven't written a song since I got it, actually. So before we get to song number 3 for the show here, I want to talk real quick about collaborations that I do on Instagram. On Instagram, the videos are shorter, unless you do the Instagram TV. And back in December, I connected with a drummer from Maine here in the States. And I'm in St. Louis, which is kind of in the middle of the country, if you don't know how the U.S. is set up. So this drummer, his name is Joe Beninati. What caught my attention is his drum kit. He'll have very unusual things with his drums. Like underneath the drum head, he'll have popcorn seeds. Sometimes he'll have chains and a bunch of other just weird adornments on his cymbals. And it's all about giving different timbres to the drums or the cymbals or the percussion that he's playing. And when I heard him play, it was such a cool groove. And so I contacted him and said, hey, do you mind if we do this loop building thing? And so here is one of the collaborations that Joe and I have done. That was a lot of fun to play with, the social distancing of today's world. Getting to play with a live musician in the same room is very rare, and I'm trying to remember the last time I did that. Might have been sometime over the summer. With that collaboration with Joe and some of the other collaborations that I've done on Instagram, that was a lot of fun because it kind of had that same feeling that you're playing off somebody who's in the room, and music is such an interesting language like that. Another collaboration, and I played this on my live stream a couple weeks ago, and I know I'm making this up since my live stream got glitchy. Christoph from Shaker Guitar Tutorials and we have a jam track. And if you take a look at that, that's on his channel, and it's on my channel. If you take a look at the jam track, it doesn't matter what instrument you play. You could whistle along, you could play flute, you could play guitar, you could play bass. There's already drums on there, so you could add some percussion. But if you want to jam along with this, there is a link to the audio file and to the video file, as long as some details about what you need to do so we can find what you do with your jam, and you can share it with us. And then we, in turn, will kind of listen and give a little review of some jams that people do for us. So here is song number 3 for the game show here. And this is another 70s ZZ Top song, one of my favorites. And early 2020, I did a I shouldn't say uke acoustic. I did a uke cover version of this song. So I'm going to play song number 3. And again, you can comment your guesses instead of chat, since this is not the live stream version. So if you have guesses on the 3 songs by ZZ Top, please leave me a comment. Now here are the answers. Go wait just a second just in case. Build a little anticipation. So song number 1 is Sharp Dressed Man, and if you haven't seen that video for that song, go relive some 80s fun. And it's kind of like growing up with MTV back then. That video is just pure 80s classic gold. Song number 2, LaGrange, and I wish that I could get my voice that low and grumbly to do a proper cover of that. Song number 3, Tush. And again, I mentioned I did a uke cover of that song. I did it in a different way. It's kind of as if a jazz player were playing the blues. So it has a slightly different little vibe to it. Again, anybody that was in the live stream, many apologies. I know for people that don't know me because, you see me through your screen and stuff like that. It just really supremely bummed me out. I mean, it just so ruined my day because I was looking forward to these live streams because, it's a whole different, energy. And to me, since I perform music and do things like that, live streams do totally scratch that itch. So anyway, I just want to say I apologize. Also, let me know in the comments, doing a show like this instead of a live stream, since I've had either internet problems and then today a glitchy computer. If I should switch this to a recorded format like this, I could tighten it up. And let me know if I should do that, because I got some other ideas for some other fun shows as well. So thanks again for hanging out. Here's a little ending for you.
Go ahead and hit subscribe, like and comment, take the ride. Don't you forget to come back and see me. The trainers will explore me. Listen to original music on stream. I post content there exclusively. See me on Instagram and get to know who I am. Hit that following, join my fam, join KW fam, join KW fam, join KW fam.